So these are the Wireless Tour3 Dre Beats headphones from wish.com. So as you can see, completely unopened. These will be genuine first look at what's inside and the quality of the product. So the packaging, first off, is good. They've gone to town in terms of trying to make them as authentic as possible. You've got some English language as well as French, Spanish, all that kind of stuff. Packaging looks good. So let's try and get inside these and see what they're like. So as you can see, the box is slightly damaged already due to travelling from China. There we go. So inside the box we've got two headphones and then we've got this charging case. So as you can see, we slightly off-centered beat symbol. Very plasticky inside. You've got your two charging connectors here, right and left. On the back it's charging via a micro USB, so hopefully there's a micro USB, so you get a nice orange one. Not sure why it's orange, but that's orange. You've got a charging instruction manual, sorry. There we go. And then we've got the two actual earbuds. So as you can see, one's centered, which it should be, this one here, and then one's off centered. So in terms of consistency and design, they've messed that up there. They do look cheaper than some of the other ones. So in my previous video I looked at the Wireless Pro Studio and they were a lot better copies than these. You've got a little microphone or grill at the bottom for the speaker grills there. You've got your charging connectors here as well. But overall they do look very plasticky and very cheap looking. It's a shame that they haven't been able to line those two up perfectly. As you can see, that's a massive giveaway, this one that is off and this one is centered. So put them together and they definitely do look fake. These here, I take it these are the microphone pickups. But yeah, they do look very plasticky and very, very cheap. It's got this rose gold plating on top here. Rose gold at the bottom as well. But they do look very, very cheap. So let's see what they're like when you put them in the case. So what we've got here, I think it's that one. No. So you get a red light when they charge. And then you've got a flashing light when they're pairing. So we'll have a look at how well they pair as well, and then we'll have a look at the sound quality. So I'll show that after this bit. But yeah, this bit's plasticky as well. On the back you've got your 4 LEDs to tell you how much charge you got. So at the moment they're on about 75%. But yeah, that's off as well. That's off centered as well. So overall they look cheap. They look cheap and they look not a great copy. So if you want something that looks like it's a pair of Wireless Tour3 headphones, but you don't want to pay the money, you could probably get away with buying these. But they do look cheap. So let's have a look at the sound quality. So this is what they sound like. Hopefully you can hear the quality. So that's at a fairly low volume, and if I go high, as you can see, they still manage to stay fairly good. There's no overly bad distortion. That's full volume on an iPhone. Sounds still pretty good. The only thing I've found so far is you do get a bit of juttery interference, so sometimes I'll be listening to them and they cut out. Let's try something slightly different. Something slightly different now. As you can see, not too bad. Coping well with instrumentals. Lots going on. Let's try and skip forward a bit. So, having used these for a few days now, I think if it wasn't for the poor design, you could pass these off as genuine Wireless Tour3 headphones. But unfortunately, the way they look, you wouldn't be able to get away with that. But if that doesn't bother you, if you just like the style, the way they look, the sound quality is good enough for something that costs about £10 all in. The packaging's good as well, so they have gone to town in terms of the packaging. Obviously, I'm not condoning, breaching copyright or stealing other people's trademarks. But obviously, these are a lot more expensive when they're brand new. And if you want a genuine pair, but maybe you're on a small budget, maybe you're a teenager, maybe you haven't got a lot of money, and you just want something that looks like a genuine product and like a high quality product, maybe that's what you're looking for, these would be good enough. So for £10, I would say that in terms of design, they haven't really pulled it off. They're very plasticky, they're very cheap looking, with the rose gold here and then the off center. They haven't really been consistent in design, but obviously they are trying to just make a quick buck. They're not going to town in terms of spending lots of money for something they're going to try and sell for about a tenner on wish.com. So if you're not bothered by the plasticky look and the cheap look about them, then I'd say go for it, buy these. But obviously, if you're looking for something that you're going to try and pass off as a genuine product, you're not going to be able to do that, because as soon as someone has a proper look at them and has a look at the case as well, so the case is quite plasticky, and once again, hasn't been done very, very well, and especially because you've got a micro USB charging bit on the back as well. But if you're on a small budget, definitely look these up. Go for it if you're on a cheap budget. They pair fairly well as well. If you have an issue when you got them both out and they don't charge, they don't pair properly, just the best thing to do is put one in your ear and then take the other one out and do one at a time. So connect it with one, put one back in the case, and then take it out. The other thing that's giveaway as well is that the pairing voice is a Chinese voice, and that gives it away straight away that these are not genuine Beats Wireless Tour3 headphones. So overall, for a tenner, if you're looking for a cheap pair of headphones that look good, look fairly good, should we say, and the sound quality is good, as you can see from the examples I played. Even at a high volume, you don't get distortion. The bass is fairly good. The clarity of voices is good as well, and I've been happy using them just for listening to podcasts and walking my dog, all that kind of stuff. But maybe if I was looking for a clean audio experience, I probably would go for something a little bit more expensive. But I hope that's been helpful to you. If you've got a tenner to spare, you want a cheap pair of headphones, go for it. So overall, I'd say these, in terms of design, are a bit junky, but in terms of sound quality, it's a genius. So overall, I'm about 50-50 on these. For the £10 though, I'd probably sway towards a genius product if that's what you're looking for. Hopefully that's been useful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.